Hey YouTube, Rider here with my review of the Deluxe X-Changer from Lupinranger vs. Patranger. So this is a very unique case because this is both his mecha and his changer. This video specifically is going to be covering the changer functions, the main functions for the mecha stuff, meaning like, you know, the actual robot mode will be covered in the very next video, which will be going over the two quote-unquote sort of auxiliaries that make this happen. That will be linked probably at multiple places in this video once it goes up. Hopefully, Future Me takes care of that. So it's kind of a two-part review. It's kind of confusing on how to handle this, but yeah, I'm going to Bane's here, you know, on the drugs here. No, but mainly be focusing on the functions of the changer. Just real quick, you can see the box in the background. Cool par for the course box stuff. You got Lupin X and Kaito X on the front there. Both forms right then, or is it Patren? It's Patren X and Lupin X. But yeah, and then you got a picture of the changer there. Shows you the individual little train robos that I have here. Side shots and stuff like that. So if you are a box collector, you like to display them in any way, you're in for a treat and stuff because they look good. But yeah, I'm going to be covering, again, these functions, but this one and like the mega combo or whatever, the not ultra, will be in the next video, which should go up 24 hours from now or less. But anyway, let's go ahead and just get started. So just individually, they are mecha. Like, it's weird. I'm like, here's a changer review, and then the box kind of shows a changer, but then here are just basically mecha. And to be honest, this is going to be reoccurring talk in this video, but look-wise, I'm not a huge fan. I'm not like, ugh, get this away from me. But I don't know why I turned French there or something. I don't know. But like, just, it's okay. Like, this one I think I like a little bit better. To be honest, it looks like kind of a cheaply repainted den liner. There's elements I like about it, but like the toy itself, like the gray is kind of dull. I wish it looked a little bit better. I do kind of like that X design there, but just really nothing too special to write home about for me with this. I'll be showing this after I do the core functions, but you can remove basically this half to like put in the regular versus changer or the VS changer or whatever you want to call it for just kind of regular sounds. You do have like a dial knob here, but it's not functional. I mean, I suppose if you really wanted to break it or something, but no, it's not functional. It's just there for show. It's kind of interesting actually that like this reminds me so much of the den liner, and then like removing these bits to put in the versus changer remind me of like the Resha or like headers. It's just kind of funny that, not the headers part, but the other two part remind me of both other train themed toku in recent years. I can't really find, I mean, I guess this bit kind of looks like the rescue trains from Lightspeed Rescue or Go-Go 5. So like in a way, it's got all three in there. So yeah, this is the gold one. I love gold! Couldn't resist. And it's okay. Like, I think the color also could be amped up a little bit, but it's not too bad. Maybe a little less dull than silvers. When you get it, like, this piece is separate, you'll see it's going to be the helmet. So you can see the helmet for Gunner, and then under here for Slasher, or is it Slasher? Slicer? But yeah, so like that's just separate when you get it out of the box. But like this one just looks kind of clunky to me. Like if you take this part off, and like it just kind of looks like a regular train, but you got like a hole here, like a giant Gatling gun, just like a tumor head thing here. It's just kind of a clunky mess, which is kind of just describes the way it's going to be. But you can get some sounds in here without, you know, changing it up. Hello? Hello again? Sorry, the phone. No, just kidding. Okay, so yeah, you get train noises, so seconds of fun. So to transform this, you're gonna skaboof it around like that. That's a technical term, skaboof it around, so that you have that. And then this is going to be the handle, you can see. It's gonna be the handle, see? And then this is basically just going to snap onto here. So you'll see there's a little peg hole here, peg here, and then this bit here you probably saw is right there, ready, and you just, ready. And then you just snap this in right here, and then fold it like so, and snap it like that. It's really funny because like I've seen this in the show a bunch since before I got the toy, but when I first got it, I'm like, is this really how it looks? I mean, I haven't done this part yet, but for some reason I thought this was like on top. I'm like, does this move out of the way? Like this just, is this finished? Like that's what I just kept thinking. Okay, so then press this little button right here. Wait, it's this button, sorry. There's two knobs on each side. This one presses to release it into this mode. And you'll kind of get confirmation. And then so to sort of, to start it, I guess we'll start with the police side, and when you do your first like spin around, it'll say X Nice, which is kind of like just the from scratch transformation. So, oops, nope, did not mean to do that. So there you go. So those are the transformation noises for Patren X. For each Ranger mode, you get 3 noises, which is transformation, attack, and then summon. And then to get like to the summon and attack noises, you have to circle around again and get it to seem like it's going to quick change. So when I flip it around, it's gonna say change, like if you were changing between gold and silver and vice versa, but then we're gonna go another round. You'll see, I'm just over-explaining. And then the summon noise. Okay, and then before we switch modes, this is the gold mode of it, and like it's it's clunky. I mean, there's not really too much of a difference from spinning it around, but this is like the official gold mode. I mean, you can kind of move this if you want. Like I'm actually not sure if it's supposed to either way. I'm just gonna actually leave it like that because I think it looks a little bit less clunky. But yeah, it's something. So if you want to just start from scratch, like you can pop this back up and forth so it'll say X Nice again, and it'll just basically do the same sounds, but as if you were doing it the first time. But we're just gonna do a quick change of like as if we're just mode changing. Okay, now we'll go for the other noises. So there you have that, and then this is obviously the silver mode. It's still a little clunky. I think this one flows a little bit more, like just because like from this angle you can see it just kind of has a little bit, I feel, more of a unified shape, and then this comes off just kind of like the extra part of a gun on the back. Like I've seen like Toku weapons like this before. Like I think this, I mean when you go over here it's like the same, but I think this one's the better of the two. Neither of them are gonna win any sleek design awards, but I do think this one's a little bit better. Alright, now I'm going to cut over to me doing the sounds for the individual thingies, that's a technical term again, in the versus changer. Okay, so here we got the 2 parts of the mecha ready to go in the versus changer. We'll do gold first because I'm in charge of this video. Wait for it. And it won't do a second normal attack noise like see, it'll just go to the same thing. It'll just do the same thing twice. But best thing about that is that standing by music before the like finishing transformation is basically just like a knockoff version of the Flash soundtrack. I can practically hear it. My name is Barry Allen, and I'm the fastest man alive. Right, and then worth noting also that, again, this doesn't move, so it doesn't affect that at all. Okay, so that's about it. So this is our final verdict. That kind of got this awkwardly leaning up against here because it won't really stand on its own. So this is an interesting changer for sure. I'll probably talk about some of these same beats in the second review, but I really respect the idea of them wanting to do something a little bit different by having this changer also be like his individual mecha and the robot itself. I think that's a really cool idea. I think it's satisfying the way it functions. I think there's lots of creativity going on for the core ideas. Unfortunately, I think the overall design suffers because of it. It's definitely really ugly and clunky in my opinion. I'm sure there's some people that really like it, but for me, it just misses out on that really cool factor that changers have. Even my lesser favorite ones, look a little bit more put together, and this just looks like the innards of a changer that I'm turning inside out. Yes. Also, that's a good time to mention, forgot the regular blasting noises, so there you go. But yeah, it's just, again, respect the creativity, but I'm not a fan of the core design of the changer, but it's got some cool functionality. So I can say that it's hard to give a verdict on it because I think there's some cool ideas and I think there's fun to be had, especially with the mecha portion. But solely as a changer, I just think it's a little bit too clunky for me personally. Anyway, until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring the bell to get all the notifications for my Toku videos and other videos and such. And look out for the second review coming tomorrow. And if you're in the future, you'll be able to see it right away. So, Dawson Rider, signing out.